Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for being here this morning. Thank you for being here this morning.
Let's go, let's go. Oh, let's start this show. King Roman news gonna come right through. Gonna give you that news just like you know it can do. Hot topics in your face, baby. King Roman knows his place, baby. King Roman news.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning.
6:30 a.m. Eastern time, baby. He's gonna come right on time with the news just for you. Celebrity news, politics, and local news just for you. King Roman news. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Let's go, let's go. Hey, let's start this show. King Roman News, coming just for you. King Roman News, coming just for you. 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. King Roman News, King Roman News. Let's go. Hey, let's start this show. Let's go, let's go. Oh, let's start this show.
Morning. Shout out to the crew. Thank y'all for coming back. It is a Monday morning, February 13th, a day before Valentine's Day. So I hope, anybody doing the smashing and dashing or intimacy, I hope you all have a great time tomorrow. But happy Monday to you all. Thank y'all for being back here. I really, really do appreciate it. If you have not already done so, please go ahead and give me a little like. Give me a little hug this morning. I could use a hug this morning, kick my week off as I'm hugging you back. Shout out to the crew. Thank y'all for being here. Coming back for another news report. We got some local news, but today's show is going to be heavily populated with hot topics, quickies, and rumors. So sit back and let me just give you a dosage of it. Shout out to the members and moderators. Thank you all for being here with me and supporting this channel and what we do over here at the crew and the crew family. Thank y'all so much. I really do appreciate it. And if you have not hit that like button, I just want to remind you, especially the replay crew, go ahead and give me a little love, get it out the way, so you ain't got to worry about it. Me asking you throughout the show, but it's the only way to help the video stay in the algorithm and help me promote the channel as well. So I really do appreciate it. Again, all likes matter. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing today. And turn on your notification bell so you know when the video drops. Okay. And if you feel obliged at any chance to any time, and I appreciate it all. I really do appreciate you all. I'm gonna show you the other day I got a Cash App while me and Eli were walking, and I took him in the Starbucks and got his favorite little treat. So shout out to the crew. Thank y'all for supporting me. If you want to, please send some love to $ Roman L. Jackson. Everything goes back to the channel and back to me. Without further ado, let's get into this show. Good morning. Good morning, crew. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, baby. Good morning. It is a loaded show today. Sorry I didn't come a little earlier this morning. Okay, I was a little dozed. I watched the Super Bowl last night. Then after that, I had some more drinks, and then we had some wings. I had some heavy wings. I had some roasted garlic Parmesan wings, and I had some some crispy fried wings. And I tell you, every time I eat like food like that and lay down, the acid just sit right on my chest. But I fucked them wings up and some good ass waffle fries. We was at a bar and it was so good. So I was sleeping. I had that itis sleep going on this morning. So bear with me, but we do got quite a few things to get into. I want to go into my announcements and positive news before we kick off the show. All right, so you do know that again we are paying it forward. I'll get right into our nonprofit today. I wanted to let y'all know because it starts tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Basketball, it's tonight actually. Basketball Wives tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time on VH1. So again, I'm gonna be reviewing this show. So I'm gonna watch it tonight, see what's going on, see how I feel about it, and then I'm either gonna do an upload video or come live to talk about it. So if you're tuned in, if you're interested in the show, please give it a take so we can talk about it, y'all. So we can have another little thing to talk about. And also, if you are a Netflix person, this has been a really good season. Oh my goodness, it's been a really good season. If you're into like murder mysteries inside of murder mysteries, framed murders, and all that good stuff, this will have you sitting back like, what? So I thoroughly have been enjoying it. I'm on currently episode 5. Um, Looking forward to getting to part 2. So check this show out. You is really good. It's on Netflix, and I don't really be advertising shows and shit, but it was good. I was like, oh my gosh, she's still alive. I thought she was dead. Here she is. These long locks, extensions, gone girl. And so yesterday, I did an unboxing, and part of that was a gift, a little treat for my baby Eli. And so after I came off live, I went in the other room to give him his treat, his toy, and here's what happened, y'all. I can't stand his ass. Check this out.
So you thought you was gonna be slick? You thought you was gonna be what? Oh. Oh, can I get it back? Wait. What you got? I want to take the tag off you. I just want to take the tag off. I just want to take the tag off. Let me take the tag off. Let me take the tag off. Oh my goodness. The tag. He ain't real. All right, so I guess you playing with the tag on. Can I just get the tag? Let me get the tag. Let me get the tag on. Damn. What you got? What is mine? It's mine.
So, needless to say, the toy has been added. It's like a duck geese has been added to his collection of rodent-looking stuffed animals that he don't let nobody fuck with. He got these like 3. It's 4. 4 of them that sit in the corner, and I try to grab one. He already on me. Them his play toys. When he pull one out, I want to play. So thank you for that. He really, really did appreciate it. I didn't know he was going to take it from me like he owns it now. I can't even. Last night I was trying to take it from him. He was like, "Not tonight." I said, "You about to go to sleep and you still worried about a goddamn toy? What is going on?" So thank you. He really did appreciate it. Thank you, crew. I really do appreciate those wonderful treats, especially not just for me, but for my baby. And this is one of the it smells so good. One of the shirts I got yesterday, it smells so good. I'm over here like, I can't even describe what it smells like because I would be looking like a whole thought right now. So I'm not gonna say that. And so that was yesterday. Now our question of the day, given that it's Valentine's Day, here's the question. So if you had to give someone a free Valentine's gift, let's say your significant other, your boo, your bae, your girlfriend, your side chick, whatever, what would that free gift be? Would you give intimacy? Would it be an act of kindness? Clean up the kitchen, cook them some dinner? Would it be spending time, a whole day together? Or if you have any other, what would be a cute free Day gift that you could give your significant other? Now hold your response to the end of the show because I'm very curious to know. Me and my friend had this question the other day, like what would be some free exchange of gifts? And after going through a bunch of answers, because first couple answers for my little hot ass was like, well, I mean, if that's what we on, I mean. So I would like to know what you all think in terms of that. Any free, any piece of advice you got for that. Now, let's get into our positive news um and our nonprofit that we're celebrating today. Now, last week we focused on mental health. This week we're going to focus on education. We're going to focus on education, and we're all about paying it forward. So I want to look at organizations who are doing the work and steering our babies towards transformation. So before I do that, I want to show this clip. This is a positive news clip, but I want you all to take this figure in and really understand what Charles Barkley is saying here. So check this out, and shout out to the crew. If you just get in here, please give me a little like. Give me some like. We about to get into a heavy show. All right, check out what he's saying. It's information that you should have, especially as a parent. Know this kind of stuff, and teacher. Share the wealth, share the information.
I'm at a white school. I said, how many of you kids want to play pro sports? Less than 10% raised their hand. I said, what do you want to do? I want to be a doctor. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be an engineer. But when I go speak at predominantly black schools, 90% of the kids want to play sports. 90%. There's a couple like, I want to be a doctor, which makes me really proud. But 90% of kids, when I speak at black schools, our kids are brainwashed to think they can only play sports and be entertainers. You got a better chance of being a doctor and a lawyer than playing in the NBA. I tell you, that's 400 players in the NBA. What are the chances you're going to be one of the 400 best players in the world? You're not going to play in the NBA. Who are we kidding?
So I wanted to share that with you. I certainly have relatives and families, you're going to be this, you're going to be that. But I think that's a huge thing to say, to understand that there's 400 players in the NBA. What are the chances? Not saying that you don't go after that, but don't stop yourself there. Think about the doctor, think about the lawyer, the police officer, the engineer, all that other, I remember what I wanted to be growing up. I wanted to be this was in my heyday. Okay. I wanted to be a background dancer. I wanted to dance. I wanted to be in a video, synchronized video. I wanted to do all of that shit. I wanted to be on stage. I used to come from a step-in background, so I wanted to do all of that. I thought I was going to be the next up there with Aaliyah when she was doing that, but I'm glad that wasn't something I settled on. So I wanted to share that with you. Now, along these lines of education, I think it's important. Now, this is going to tie into our local news story one, but also into our nonprofit. So let's go. So the first story I want to bring to you is homeschooling. This has been on the rise in the Black community. I know you're probably shocked, like, what? Black folks ain't homeschooling. Actually, and something I didn't know, we are. We just ain't getting a lot of media attention like, they call them co-ops, but our counterparts are. But baby, they're homeschooling and they're doing it well. And that's why we threw our support behind one of these organizations today. But let's talk about it. And thank y'all for being here with me. This is today is going to be more political, local news focused today. So, it's going to be a little boring, but, thank y'all for being here with me because I'm passionate about this stuff and I really care about sharing this information with you, especially for those parents out here who are homeschooling or considering it. This is going to be some really good information for you and resources for you. So sit back and let me just dump some knowledge on you. So we have traditionally white families who make up most of the country's homeschoolers. Peer pressure in their decisions to homeschool, according to a survey from the National Center for Education Statistics. But Black families cite the unique circumstances of being Black in America as fueling their dissatisfaction with traditional schooling. So we hear this all the time in our local news story about these issues in schools, especially when it's dealing with, our Black babies, our Black children, our Black kids. It's instantly, it's a mental health issue, or they need specialized education, or it's a disciplinary, or they're a threat. They're becoming a disturbance in the class. And I always ask myself, are you understanding the child holistically, everything about the child, not just are they prepared to come in here, but what it takes to get them prepared? Do you understand that kind of stuff? And see, those are questions you and I would ask, but that's not necessarily everyone. And this is something that people are starting to take hold to. So going on, the racial disparities in education are well documented. Black students are more likely to be over-disciplined in schools and have campuses with a lot of police, metal detectors, and security cameras. And Black students are particularly vulnerable to being falsely labeled with emotional or intellectual disorders. All of this can lead to poor educational outcomes. And we see it time and time again. I'm, not putting my own family business out here. I love my cousin. And I think she did right. But there's a point in time where the school told her, we think you need to put one of your babies on some medicine to calm them down. And my cousin for a long time struggled, was like, what? Huh? And eventually I call them cousin nephews, but my little cousin mellowed out. See, that's something you don't understand. You're instantly, oh, this outburst of behavior. You don't understand what else is going on. Maybe sometimes you might need to talk to the parent. Maybe there might be other things going on that you could help in the classroom, as well as we're doing outside the classroom. So those things don't go unnoticed. They don't. And then just think about it. You singling me out in a classroom because of something going on in my household that I can't really handle or deal with or resolve. So now I feel less than, or I don't feel equitable. Now I'm already not going to be paying attention in class because I have other issues going on. So it leads us to Black folks been homeschooling, baby, and I'm so proud of them. These organizations that they built up, I'm so proud of them, y'all, and I want y'all to be proud of them too. And so that's why we do support. We surely did. So continuing on, instead of battling with people who are not in tune with what their child needs, I encourage considering homeschooling as an option. It's completely changed the way I parent, and it's changed my lives. Now, I read this article, right? And you got these families, they ain't got the money to be homeschooling, and they can't quit their jobs. So you have families who are doing full-time jobs and providing homeschooling. And you know how? Because there's these organizations created by Black folks who provide educational programming that counts as a part of the curriculum. Not only that, they provide services where they'll meet with the parent weekly to discuss the progress of the child. You have a cost as low as $250 a month for up to 4 children in a home to help you homeschool your child. You can't beat that kind of shit. And see, none of us know. Not I didn't even certainly know about it. I not at all. So we're going to talk about it. So the first organization I want to talk about is called Homegrown Homeschoolers. Now, this organization actually allows you to enroll your child in their homegrown homeschooling program. It's a virtual program as well. And you can either be granted waived your fee due to circumstances, low income, or you can opt into paying a monthly fee based on your income. Either or, it served as a basis for a lot of the Black new initiatives coming about. This one organization here, this is called Homegrown Homeschoolers Inc., and they actually train other community-based homeschool groups, because literally it's 3-4 families coming together saying, hey, we want to do our own kids together. What do we need to do? This organization will help guide you through that process. So I saw that and I said, wonderful. And I wanted to dig deeper. I want to know, what are some of the organizations you helped? Okay, that's where I want to put my money at. So this is just a picture of some of the students from Homegrown Homeschoolers, where they're out actually at a press box in the Minute Maid Park, and just on January 27th. But these are experiences that they're getting to experience same as regular school students. They call them trips, field trips. And what this does is that, say me and you got a child at home right now, right? And you got a meeting today and you can't really do nothing for your child. You can literally log on to them. They will point you to a nearby homeschool agent organization or group in the community that's offering either a field trip on that day or educational programming that will allow a walk-in, allow your child to come on the field trip. Now you have to make sure that there's a responsible adult with your child, but they allow you to do that, and it counts as a credit. They get an educational lesson. There's either a prepared lesson or either an assignment afterwards that they have to submit, and that counts. I said, that's great. When you start pairing it together like that, that's great. And this is one of the field trips. This picture is from one of the field trips where you have the children coming together from all of their different home schools on a trip, just like a regular school. And this is what a lot of homeschools do. We just really didn't talk about it, or at least I didn't talk about it. We didn't hear it in crew, but we always talking about stuff we don't talk about. And shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for being here. I know I'll be stopping, but thank y'all for being here. I do. So let's get into these organizations. So you got one, this is a mother. Once I figured out what my kids' learning styles were, I felt freed. even though we be covering the same topic, they might not be learning in the same way. One child might read about it. I have another who's more tactile, so she could make up a play about it or act it out, and the other could just put on her headphones and listen. In a traditional classroom, you'd have to choose one or the other. And there we go, learning how to navigate learning styles of your own children. And then eventually, as they get older, you can send them to high school. Now you've trained them to a point where they can go in and seek the knowledge as best way they know how, instead of having to go through a structured system where it ain't conducive to their own constraints. They got their own situations going on. So you have this family. Here's a family. I'm able to speed things up and slow things down according to my needs. It's very individualized. Homeschooling with her parents. You better go ahead, both y'all. Okay. And so what she said is Camille. Now this is the program, another program. So Camille Kursky, who is not a single mother, homeschools her sons 15 and 11 and her 7-year-old daughter in their Detroit hometown and has devoted herself to helping other parents begin homeschooling, no matter their financial situations or marital status. You see, a lot of these programs that offer this homeschooling, they want you to have a two-parent household because for them, they're looking at dollars, income. And so you have these programs where you're already boxed out the equation if you're a single parent. And so she's offering that. And so she's saying through her platform, The Intuitive Homeschooler, she helps parents and guardians navigate state homeschooling requirements and find curriculum and provides overall guidance. That's a fucking win. And I went to her site. Go on, woman. Go on. Go on. Just bad. The best homeschool days start with you. And so I went to her site. Of course, I joined the mailing list. I'm nosy. I want to know. I always want to. I want to know everything. What's going on? I want to be able to pull and say I know a little bit of everything. So went to her site. Offer everything. Now nothing's free, but it's at a deeply discounted rate. And even more so, she has a lot of workshops and information, valuable information. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put in the chat the link to her website, just in case anybody wanna, if you're homeschooling, considering it, got family, anybody, anything like that, you can share this information with them because I think it's important. I really do. Everybody does not learn the same, and you cannot put everybody on the same learning degree, pedigree. So here's the link to that website. That's the Intuitive Homeschooler. And shout out to you, lady. Shout out to you. Her name is Camille Kirksey. Shout out to you for doing the work. Now, the organization we took a deeper dive into was the Cultural Roots Home School. Now, this is a school, it's a cooperative, and it's centrally and based in Richmond, Virginia. Okay. And so this school was started by Alicia Wright, who founded the Cultural Roots Co-op in Richmond, Virginia. The co-op began in 2016 with about 15 families, but more than tripled to 50 families in 2020. Families pay a monthly fee of $250, and the co-op operates through donations and grants as well. The co-op functions both with parents serving as teachers and hiring teachers. Rice said the group recently received a grant from the Vila Education Fund and plans to purchase land to build a forest school for the co-op. And all this began with Wright resisting the loneliness of homeschooling. And so I was just so taken aback by the school. I went and visited the website. I looked at the programs. The mission of the school is Cultural Roots Homeschool Cooperative seeks to provide a culturally centered and liberated educational space for families. We intentionally center the cultural attributes, traditions, and histories of Black and Brown communities. Now, when you look at this picture, you see all different races. You don't just see Black. You don't just see Latino. They have Indian. They have white children, Caucasians as well, Caucasian children at their school as well. And that's what I wanted to see. Was it appealing across the board? And it very much so is. And so I threw weight behind them. Now, if you do this at home and you just don't know what to do, they offer a Patreon. Now look at how cheap this is. $1 a month, you get access to their articles and videos on training your own. $10 a month, not only do you get access, but you get one-on-one individualized, what I was telling you, coaching. So what is going on? Tell us your lesson plan. And this is if you pay monthly $10 for a coach for your own homeschooling programs. So I think it's worth it. And they're accredited as well. And they're receiving grants, federal grants. I was trying to see if they needed help with a grant. Like, I help for free if I could throw some time to y'all. So we did our part, y'all. Either you make a donation or you help to build this community. Now, if you'd like to go ahead and donate, drop some books or send some books to them, they love to send that stuff. There's an email here. I'll drop the link to this website. It's Cultural Roots Co-op, and I think it's beautiful. It's a beautiful program. They've expanded, and they're going to continue. Oh wait, that link never went. Ain't that crazy? So that's that link, the Intuitive Homeschooler. And I'm sorry, here's the second link. And so we donated today $25 to support the Cultural Roots Co-op. And I'm very grateful for an organization like this. I'm glad to know that homeschooling isn't just, you can't just one day say, oh, I want to do it. What do I do? You have all these resources out here. If you want to homeschool your child, we got resources out here for us, Black and brown. You know, don't first go outward, look inward. I dropped some links, check them out. Even if you got kids in public schools and you just want to see some of the assessments, some of the curriculum, some of the videos, check it out. I think it's worth it. Trust me, Roman thinks it's worth it. And the reason why, and I'm going to go back to this, and I'll be a broken record. That's fine. For my people, I will. But this is why.
I'm at a white school. I said, how many of you kids want to play pro sports? Less than 10% raised their hand. I said, what do you want to do? I want to be a doctor. I want to be a lawyer. I want to be an engineer. But when I go speak at predominantly Black schools, 90% of the kids want to play sports. 90%. There's a couple like, I want to be a doctor, which makes me really proud. But 90% of kids, when I speak at Black schools, our kids are brainwashed to think they can only play sports and be entertainers. You got a better chance of being a doctor and a lawyer than playing in the NBA. I tell you, that's 400 players in the NBA. What are the chances you're going to be one of the 400 best players in the world? You're not going to play in the NBA. Who are we kidding?
And that's not just something at home. That's something also perpetuated in the schools. You should go play basketball. You always can catch that. Teams heavily populated with those students. That's not by, that's how they push them. So, take some of this information. I hope you really, really take it in. I think it's important for us to know that these services are out here for us, for our babies. And shout out to this organization, Cultural Roots Co-op. Shout out to the Homeschool Initiative. And shout out to the Homegrown. I'm telling you, I done learned a lot of organizations. Shout out to the Homegrown Homeschoolers, Inc., the Intuitive Homeschooler, and shout out to the Cultural Roots Homeschool. Y'all keep doing the work. Keep doing the work. Keep doing the work. And shout out to the crew. Good morning. Good morning. I'm glad y'all here in the building with me. Grand Rising, Zaire. Good morning, Kurt Vixen. Naries. You is better than that. Better Rihanna performance. Are you is that shade? Are we being shady early this morning? Lena, good morning. Hey, Miles. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, all. Hey, Sticks girls. Headed to work. Have a marvelous day. You too. I hope you have a great day. It's a limit to being a celebrity. That's why they're being replaced. That's why you're right. Kings Mina, good morning. Good morning, Bobby. Good morning. Good morning, Lifestyle with Nico. Good morning, Jay Parrish. Good morning. You have a blessed day too. Fashionista for life. Good morning. Good morning, y'all. And make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. All right, y'all. So let's get into today's show. And do not forget, okay, that at the end of the show, I'm going to ask you, what is a free gift that you would give to your significant other? Now, we're going to get into local news. So the first thing I want to talk about is, I mentioned this yesterday on our show, just chatting. The Mississippi whites-only court system. Yes, yes, yes. This is something that is definitely here. It's here, baby. So in Mississippi, they've decided to create a white-only appointed court system. And I guess you asked me, like, Roman, how does something like this happen? Like, how they do something like this? Well, it's here. And so there's this special law in their Congress bylaws where, legislation can, at their own will, create these new districts, opportunity districts, whatever. And so they decided to create a new improvement district. And so under that guise, this is how this bill came about. So this bill is called the House Bill 2020, and what it does is the white chief justice of the Mississippi Supreme Court would appoint 2 judges to oversee this new district, and then only one that includes all of the city's majorities, which is the white neighborhoods, among others. And then the state attorney general would appoint a prosecutor, a county clerk, and 4 public defenders for the new district. The white state public safety commissioner would then oversee an expanded Capitol police force run currently by a white chief. So they want to do all of this. They want to, have the Supreme Court come in, for the Mississippi Supreme Court come in, appoint new judges, judges appoint new clerks, clerks appoint new office staff. They want to have folks come in and expand the police. So y'all keep y'all police, but we're going to expand it here and have our own police presence. All under the guise of creating a new district where there was never a need for one. No one woke up and said we need a new district. Jackson isn't the way Jackson is because they need a new district. Jackson is the way they is because you all, since 96, only allowed them to have 4 fucking judges. Do you know the breakdown of only having 4 judges in a jurisdiction? Crew, let me tell you something. As the years increase, decades increase, you increase the amount of judges because obviously the amount of crimes, the amount of things people are sanctioned for go up. So now you have all these judges backlog on these cases. You have the crime lab in Jackson backlog on these cases. So you have a lot of this crime tension going on with these judges who are like, yeah, I'm down for it. Yes. And so they're calling the judges incompetent when it's not they're incompetent. Y'all have not given them the fair balance. You have other cities and municipalities in Mississippi that have way more judges than Jackson. Jackson is the biggest capital. It's the capital with the largest share of people. And so we find ourselves here where they're saying, oh, we got to take over because the crime rate is so high. We want to make it safe. Oh, really? So why don't you just give them more judges? Let's start there so that we can start processing some of these cases at an accelerated pace. Why don't we start there? No, it's easier for us to just come over and come in and take over. So let's continue. So Mississippi capital city is 80% black and home to a higher percentage of black residents than any major American city. The legislature is thoroughly controlled by white Republicans who have redrawn districts over the past 30 years to ensure they can pass any bill without a single Democratic vote. Every legislative Republican is white and most Democrats are black. And so now you see what they're doing. They draw them lines up. Oh, we got more black people here. We're going to draw the lines up where it's more black. So the votes count. And remember, we always talk about gerrymandering and redistricting of these towns. So they pulled a stunt on them. And they pulled it where they couldn't even vote. They couldn't even vote this shit down. And you had coons. Yeah, I'm calling you fucking coons. You had 2 black coons who were Democrats who voted for the fucking bill. You coons. I pulled up a picture of them. I said I didn't even want to promote y'all. I don't want y'all to know. You ain't got to know them. I want you to don't know them so that when it's come up time for them bitches to get voted, you don't know them that much. And I can't wait till election season come because I'm going to slander y'all. Are you kidding me? Y'all sold out. I wonder what the back end deal look like. Y'all getting free gas, huh? Because you ain't getting nothing more than that. You think you're getting some free land in Mississippi? You think they give a fuck about you? You think you probably getting free gas for the rest of your life? I'm sure you and your family. Fucking coons. I couldn't believe it. 2 sold out. I really the fuck out of here. And so this bill, and this is so the guy, check this shit out. This what got Roman. The guy who orchestrated the bill, the state representative, Trey Lamar, he lives 172 miles away from Jackson. Don't even have to be bothered with Jackson. His biggest thing is that when our counterparts from other states and people and tourists come in to our capital city, they see crime. So your biggest thing is to take over the district and create a new whole capital improvement district. That's what we're doing. Now y'all take hold because they're going to reduplicate this shit across America. Trust me. If this takes office, now they're fighting. Trust me, they're fighting it. They're gonna fight it. But if this comes into session by September, baby, we got a whole other issue on our hands, and we're just ahead of it. We're just ahead of it. And I was listening to Roland Martin again. You know, I'll be over there trying to get the tea. Like, well, so what? They all think that this is not going to go far at all. There's no way that you can allow to appoint whites only in 2023 and get away with it too successfully had me all stunned on Friday. I was like, what? This was after the show because I would have had. I'm like, for real. And here I go to my people. I'm like, y'all, I know y'all ain't let this one go and didn't go vote. Well, no, we went and voted. We just didn't have enough. Because the two who could have been on our side, they decided to go the other way. And then one of us decided to abstain and didn't want to go no way. I said, child, I mean, this is why I be saying sometimes that old shit, I'm legacy in, I've been here for a long time, so I'm going to be here. Y'all motherfuckers need to go. Some of y'all be holding us back. I ain't going to say all of y'all, because some of y'all are legends and you give us information, you pass history down. Some of you bitches are past your prime and you been need to go sit on a golf course and just wither the fuck away. I'm not lying. I'm talking about everybody. White, black, Asian, Indian, all y'all sitting up in there. What the fuck you abstaining for? Anytime to abstain, bitch, it ain't now. The fuck you abstaining for? This affects all of us. Are you kidding me? So we're here. We find ourselves now. Now I'll show his picture. This him. This him. He the one who authored the bill. He the one who getting all the praise, and you did that. He giving speeches on it and telling how you can do this. Him, Trey Lamar. I said, oh, your name Trey. Trey. So all things are saying that this man is gonna want to run for the presidential election off of just this shit alone, pulling this fucking stunt here. So we go on. Now, many House members who represent Jackson on Tuesday said they were never consulted by House leadership about the bill. This is black folks. Several times during the debate, they pointed out that Republican leaders have never proposed increasing the number of elected judges to address a backlog of cases or increasing state funding to assist an overloaded Jackson Police Department. Exactly what I was saying. That's their problem. They're stressed the fuck out with crime. You don't go and create a new district. What you think? You're gonna create a new district and you're just gonna double down and you're gonna go hard. It's gonna be excessive. You setting up for police brutality? Are you setting up the framework for excessive police force? Is that what's going on here? Because clearly your actions aren't saying we're gonna support y'all in helping y'all aid crime. It's saying we're gonna take over. And taking over means what? Some more lawsuits? What do we got going on here? So let's really talk about what's going on here. So much of the debate centered around the issue of creating a court where the black majority in Hinds County would not be allowed to vote on judges. Now, mind you, this is the biggest issue here, is that Jackson's capital sits in Hinds County. Hinds County has a majority of black judges. They don't like that. So instead of pushing up more candidates because it's 80% black folks, you don't think they're gonna vote for their judges? They decided, why don't we create a new district and appoint our own judges? And so they're just gonna be an inferior. They're not gonna do nothing with Hinds. They're just gonna be inferior just for this land. And if anybody want to appeal us, then they can go to the Hinds court. You're still gonna be over us, but if they're in our territory and something happens, they're gonna come to and then they'll have to appeal to your judge. I said, oh y'all, it's a slippery slope. Because after they get them judges, they're going to come for the Hinds judges. Trust me. Trust me. This ain't just no one and done. And so one amendment that was defeated will require the appointed judges to come from Hinds County. Lamar said by allowing the judges to come from areas other than Hinds County would ensure the best and brightest could serve. Black legislators said the comment implied that judges, and other court staff could not be found within the black majority population of Hinds County. Do you hear that? So you not only can you don't have to live within the area, you don't even have to serve or come in the area. You can be from another whole fucking area, come into Hinds County and serve. Because we don't think y'all got the best and brightest here, the brightest and the best here. So we want everybody. How fucking and it's crazy because I've always lived on the East Coast and the Midwest, and those are very democratic, very you don't do no outlandish shit like this. So for me to see this, I'm really taken aback. Like they talk to y'all like that, and they talk like that to y'all in y'all legislation. For real, this is news to me, Jackson. I'm for real, y'all. This is like when we get deeper dive into how the legislation and Congress handle shit, I get a little bit like, Wow. Okay, now I understand why some of the issues are going on. This is deeply embedded. And so, when asked why he could not add more elected judges to Hinds County rather than appointing judges to the new district, Lamar, with his cocky ass, goes on to say, "This is the bill that is before the body." Oh, you cocky, huh? Okay. And so here's what's going on. They've created this Capitol Complex Improvement District, which covers most of downtown, including the state government office complex and other areas of Jackson. The bill would extend the existing district south to Highway 80 and all these other areas we probably don't know about. And now, this is the key thing, between 40,000 and 50,000 people live within that area. Opponents of the legislation, dozens of whom have protested at the Capitol several days this year, accused the authors of carving out mostly white, affluent areas of the city to be put in the district. The bill would double the funding for the district to $20 million in order to increase the size of the existing Capitol Police force. The new court system laid out in House Bill 1020 is estimated to cost $1.6 million. And y'all think that's at the expense of the new improvement district? That's at the expense of Hinds County. Hinds County. So we find ourselves here. And so I want you all to listen to black state representative from that area, one of the only ones who's speaking out for some of this injustice that's going on. Are you here? Let me see. Oh no. Where the video? Where the video? Where the video? Where the video? Oh man. Where the video go? It didn't upload, y'all. I apologize. I'm gonna share the video on my community wall, but it's a video from the state representative. And let me see if I can share it right here for you all. Where the video? And shout out to the crew. Let me pull this up. Pull this up. All right, let me share this.
To create a separate court system and an expanded police force within the blackest city in America, Jackson. The author of House Bill
Can you do it for a musician?
Only in Mississippi will we have a bill like this without history, where you say solving the problem is taking the vote away from black people.
A white supermajority of the Mississippi House voted to create a separate court system and an expanded police force within the blackest city in America, Jackson. The author of House Bill 1020, Representative Trey Lamar, said the bill was designed to help make Jackson a safer place. Here's what's included in the bill. The white Chief Justice of the Mississippi Supreme Court would appoint 2 judges to oversee a new district within the city, one that includes all of Jackson's majority white neighborhoods, among other areas. The white state attorney general would appoint 4 prosecutors, a court clerk, and 4 public defenders for the new district. The white state public safety commissioner would oversee an expanded Capitol Police force, run currently by a white chief. These appointments would occur in lieu of judges and prosecutors being elected by local residents.
Only in
And so we find ourselves here, y'all. We got to stay tuned to this story, seriously, because this is something that's I'm telling you, it's going to be duplicated. We're going to see this more than once. This isn't just a one and done type of thing. This is setting the example. This is setting the stage. This to me seems like he's trying to run for president, doing stuff like this. So I'm gonna stay tuned to that. And shout out to y'all coming in the room. Zaire, Mississippi is very racist. I had an experience there with my baby at a restroom. It make no sense. At a restroom, of all places, how are they legally allowed to do that? This is a damn shame. In Louisiana, they drive around with tinted car windows because they don't want you to know if they're black or white. Is that the police officer who do that? Who drives around like that? Is that why people drive around like that? Hey, Fates. Where Fates at? Hey, Fates. Good morning. Good morning, Tisa. Good morning. Good morning, y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. All right, so that's our Mississippi whites only district. Now let's get into this other story. So it's Black History Month, right? It's Black History Month. What other subject are we known for? Not by choice, but because that's seemingly the only thing they want to talk about, and to talk about in Black History Month in the civil rights. Well, baby, how about this whole high school told the students that during Black History Month, y'all can celebrate it, but you better not include nothing, no context, nothing about civil rights movement. I don't want to hear nothing. And so last Wednesday, 200 students walked out the class like, bitch, what? Like what? This past Wednesday, I'm sorry, walked out, 200 students walked out. We ain't going. Are you kidding me? And I said, wait a minute now. Well, now y'all going too motherfucking far. This is happening in Alabama. So we have hundreds of students stage walk out. Let me move the comment. Walk out at Hillcrest High School. Students at Hillcrest High School walk out in protest. Why? Because a lot of y'all may be asking why a walkout. Students were told not to include context on civil rights in the Black History Month programs. Students have been denied to use the bathroom when their menstrual cycles started. And so I'm baffled by this. First, so then if they can't talk about Black History Month, civil rights movement, how do they talk? Everything ties in. How do you talk about one thing and you don't talk about the other? You think you can just talk about what and then just skip over the civil rights movement, that period in time? You can only say the names and the good stuff they did, but you can't talk about what the suppression they were going through and what they were fighting against. See, it can't work that way. Because on the flip side, you wouldn't do that about world history, or you don't do that shit about the world wars. You don't water that shit down. It's always given from a certain context. So I'm baffled by this. And so the school district puts out a statement. The Tuscaloosa County school system supports our students' right to peacefully demonstrate. A number of our Hillcrest High students have concerns about the culture within their school. We care deeply about our students, and it is important that their concerns are heard. We are putting together a plan to make sure our students feel heard so that we know the right steps to put in place to ensure all students know they are valued. Bunch of bullshit, right? You didn't address anything. You basically said, look, we're going to talk to the students about the way they feel and see if we can put some things in place to help them during this. But pretty much what we said, goes. Y'all only got a couple weeks to go. We don't want to hear none of that civil rights shit. Are you kidding me? So we're here during Black History Month. It ain't like, they chose some odd random time. No, they chose right now, right here and now. Get into this.
At least 200 students walking out of Hillcrest High School today in protest. You see this group here saying that their teachers were not teaching key parts of Black history. Our Brian Henry is joining us now live from Hillcrest to pick up the story from here. Brian.
Well, Sarah, the students walked out of Hillcrest High School earlier today around 9:30. Now, the gathering eventually made its way to the street that you see behind me. As a group, the students felt they were not being heard when it came to sensitive matters such as learning about slavery and civil rights or anything related to Black history before the 1970s. Oh, I got eyes in the back of my head. The protest was passionate and energetic, but peaceful.
So a lot of y'all may be asking, why walk out?
Jemiah Brown led the walkout.
Students were told to not include contact or civil rights in the Black History Month program. Students have been denied permission to use the bathroom during discovery and menstrual cycle starting.
And there's more, according to Brown.
Students told that they look like hookers on the side of the road on a Saturday night.
10th grader Sierra Kelly says there was no way she'd miss this.
We're all one community. There's nothing separate between us. We're all equal.
To run against our...
The protest grew large enough where a sheriff's deputy needed to block part of the road in front of the school.
I feel that
Lisa Young with the Tuscaloosa branch of the NAACP.
we held a forum last Saturday and discovered that there was a culture here that was not conducive to educating.
Students here say they want a meeting with the county school superintendent and members of the Tuscaloosa County School Board. The protesters say they would like to see a school administration that reflects more of its student body. 55% of the school population is Black, according to the students.
As a collective group, as a body, we should come together and fight against this.
The walkout ended about 40 minutes later with students returning to their classrooms. Points made, concerns aired. All indicated there could be another rally.
In what day and age are we telling kids during Black History Month that y'all can't talk about the civil rights movement? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's, to me, was the biggest thing. And so NAACP stepped in, they had this forum, and see, the only thing for me is that I understand listening to the kids and hearing out their grievances, because that's where it starts. That's the issue, right? For me, the accountability, I want to hear that y'all been having these conversations with superintendents, the school in itself, the principal. Don't make this just a feeling thing for the kids. Oh, they feel it's them. Y'all got to make them feel better. No, they need to reinstate. Y'all can talk about the civil. What is up with this whole? Y'all can't talk about this. We've been doing this for years. You're not gonna stop it. And again, go back to the beginning of this show when I talked about homeschooling your children. And even if you don't, just go back to the beginning of this show and make sure you click one of them links, please, and look for some resources. They may point you in the directions that may correct, readdress some of this shit that these kids are getting fed in these schools. This is horrible. This is a horrible thing. So now you got these kids. Shout out to our young protesters. I see y'all. It takes courage. Listen, it takes courage to stand up there and read all of these grievances out, air the school out, and then go back 45 minutes later in the building like you didn't just do that, and to be back with these teachers. That takes some courage to do at their level, at their age. So shout out to them for doing that. And it was peaceful. And they all came out to support. Even some allies came out to support. And that's the kind of stuff we like to see. So shout out to them. I definitely want to include that in our education conversation. Now, let's get to some Kens and some Karens in local news. And shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all for being here this morning. So this first video I want to bring to you all is, I don't know who do Uber. I don't know who do taxi or Lyft or any of those jobs. But has there ever been a time where you were riding in your Uber or your Lyft and the person behind you was like, even though the direction is telling them to drop you off here, you pointed them and said, no, can you just take me like further down right there? And sometimes the driver may say, yeah, okay. And sometimes the driver may say, no, ma'am, this is where your stop ends, so I can pick up my next ride. I'm sorry, I can't do that for you. Whatever the case may be, it's not our decision as the passenger. It's really up to the driver. Well, baby, this woman said, not the fucking day. Not today. So you have this Black Uber driver. And I'm saying Uber, but it could be Lyft, it could be a taxi, whatever. I just saw the phone. I just assumed he was navigating. So you have this driver, livery driver, and you have a passenger, and she's on the phone. And as he's pulling up to drop her off, she's like, no, further down. And baby, this is what happens. Y'all get into this, and crew, please hit that like button for me. Give me some love. I want to make sure that I got the same amount of energy on the likes. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Look at y'all. 23. Shout out to the crew. Check this out, y'all.
No, it doesn't make me feel. Go to Uptown, motherfucker. I'm calling.
Yeah.
Go to Uptown.
Don't call me back.
Go to Uptown now. You're making me uncomfortable. Go call the cops.
Call
Uptown.
them. Call them. Call them
Go to
right now.
Uptown. Stop
Call
it.
them.
No,
You
I
call
want
them.
this man to go to Uptown.
You call them.
Go to Uptown, dude.
You call
I'm
them. Let's see who's
Uptown.
gonna get off. This was an
This is not my
off.
home. And I literally pulled over in the middle of the sidewalk and won't drive me home. No. No, there's nothing happening. Fuck you, bitch!
Child.
Asshole. Can you open up the fucking door?
You got locked her in the car.
Get me out! I can't leave! It's not opening, you dumb fuck! Some black man assaulted me. I got out because he won't let me out. There's a black man that punched me. I was gonna fly away from my car. Please send the police. He's waiting. Please send the police for the black man that punched me. It is head to and rig. There is a Corolla something here. It's something. It's a Prius. It's a Prius. A silver Prius. And a nigger punched me. Silver. And a nigger punched me. Fucking black nigger punched me. Police. Please send the police.
Get the fuck out of my neighborhood.
Please send the police.
Get the fuck out of my neighborhood.
And then you got an ally come, get them out of my neighborhood. Now you saw how that situation went from not necessarily, ma'am, you ain't got no jurisdiction over where I drop you off at. If you don't see, he was wonderful. That's customer service for you. Ain't no way I'm leaving you in my car like that. You know you would have got your ass out. Now, that would have been an almost absolute. Ma'am, I don't know what's going on in your life, but you might need to even call Jesus after calling the police. But you're going to get out of my car. And so he did everything. He got out the car, left her in the car, called the police, all that good stuff. And so she's sitting there. And the first thing she goes to is, that's what she goes to. First thing, he punched me. He punched you. Oh, really? And so he said, I did the right thing by standing all the way back away from her because I didn't want a situation. And it's sad that we're here and we have to do this kind of stuff, but we're here. We're here. Now, in one more video, I want y'all to see this kid. So this man is at a restaurant, and he's at the restaurant, and there's these black guys. And now he's eating on the part of the restaurant that's also part of the outdoor. So anybody can be walking past. He accused these two black guys of sipping his alcohol drink. And baby, when I tell you shit went left, shit went left. Y'all check this one out.
I didn't drink your drink. Don't call me a thug.
So what you is? If we thugs, so what you is?
I'm not a thug. I don't go to people's tables and
that's
harass
that's
them.
not.
Man,
I don't know.
Don't call
bro.
us a thug, bro. Don't call us a thug. I'm not a thug. Don't call me a
I can tell
thug.
you something crazy right now if I want to. He just called us because we black. I know.
Don't call us thugs, bro. Don't call us thugs.
I don't know. He was homeless or something.
Yo, bro, I didn't drink your drink, so don't call me a thug.
Yeah,
and I'm recording you. I'm down.
What difference does it make if you're recording me? What does that do?
Nah, I'm just. I don't. Yeah, who's a thug?
Racist, bro. You racist.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. You are?
Yeah. Racist black bitch.
And what if we beat your ass right now?
You won't do it.
Call me a nigga right now.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
Call me a nigga right now. I'll beat your ass myself. Here, hold
do
this
it.
camera.
Do it.
Call me
do
a
it.
nigga right now. I'll
do it.
beat your fucking
do it.
ass. Call me a nigga right now. What you gonna do?
Do it.
What you gonna
do
do?
it. Do it.
You just call me a thug. So what the fuck you
Do
gonna
it.
do now?
Do it. Do it.
Go ahead and call me. I ain't touch you, my boy.
Now.
I ain't touch you.
Stick your ass,
Fuck is you talking about? Get your fucking stupid ass girlfriend too, nigga.
Yeah, don't call us thugs, bro. Don't call us thugs, because we not thugs, bro.
And see, I always say this. I always say this. It's okay to be racist on the low by yourself and quiet at home, zipped up on your bed before you go take a shower. But you will never do that shit in real life to a person. And when you do it when police are involved. And you could tell on that man's face, he wanted to say it so bad, but he thought about his life. He thought about it. After bro passed that camera, like, yo, take this camera, because I don't know what's going to happen. But all I know is he thought it. That was a conscious decision that he made. Literally, he was like, you better get them. You better get them because you made an accusation because they're black and then called them thugs. What is wrong with you? And here we go. Implicit biasness. You automatically think they're thugs and they done did something to your drink because they're black. Now, I don't know the in full context of this, but given what I saw, you're definitely racist, sir. And you definitely need to be exposed and put out here. So, yeah, congratulations for making the Ken list. Fuck out of here with that. Are you kidding me? So that is all I wanted to cover in local freaking news, baby. On Wednesday, we're going to get into more of the local news stories. Today, I want to do more political topics. I haven't talked a lot of political topics in a long time. And so I wanted to cover some of that today. And then Wednesday, we'll get into more some of the local news stories and what's going on around the world and in your communities. Shout out to y'all. He should have thought about his life. He really did. You saw he thought about it. See, they should beat his ass, but I'm glad they really did. Good morning, Ox City 805 Queen. Thank you for coming through. Some people carry demons no matter the race. True. See, them hands would have came out. They never going to leave us alone. Okay? King's Mina. Today's shirt says, everybody want to be black till the police show up. Okay? Couldn't be my kids in school, baby. I'd be ready with their shirts every year. I think there's a lot of white folks that feel it is not spoken. It didn't happen. They can't ignore it. Don't let them, y'all. Stay on every situation that happens. Blast it from everywhere. You know I will. You know I will. All right, y'all. So I want to get into quickies and hot topics. Quickies and rumors. So many different things. And I just want to pop, touch on real quick. So the first thing I want to do is offer up our condolences and our rest in peace to Lisa Ray. Her mother passed. She made the announcement Saturday. She's numb. I lost my mother last night. It was expected, but never could I prepare. Being strong is what you taught me, but I can say it applies today. I will make your transition a celebration of memories that I'll cherish. I'll miss you, not suffering. Mother is love. So I wanted to send my condolences to Lisa Ray and rest in peace to your mother. And then also in hot topics, I wanted to touch on Will Smith. So Will Smith helps raise $10 million for Ben Crump's new history-making law school. Now check this out. So it was in order for him to he's been working at this school for a while. In order for him to get the school to name the school after him, they needed $10 million from him. So he got $1 million from Truist Bank. Shout out to Truist Bank. He got $1.5 million from an anonymous donor, but he got the bulk of it through Will Smith, and Will Smith campaigning on his behalf and really trying to show up for him. So I wanted to shout out Will Smith for that. And in this speech, you're gonna hear that Will Smith didn't even want credit for it. And so, we all, the slap happened. It happened. But I don't want these kind of moments to go unnoticed because I'm always saying, Ben Crump, what are you doing? Are you making the next Ben Crump? And here we got our answer. So check this out. He was really happy about this. If you go to his Instagram page, he got so many videos. He was really happy about this. So shout out to Ben Crump.
An absolutely spectacular friend and guide. And that's why it was important for me to be here with him today. There are very, very few people in the world with a heart like this. So it is my deepest honor and my deepest pleasure to be here to support and to show some love, and congratulations on this historic honor. Okay. Will Smith, we will never forget this moment, this historical moment for Black history, for American history. Will Smith. And so humble, did not want to get credit, but he's one of those people who did think it robbery to donate to the future generations of change makers in America. Thank you, Will Smith.
Yes, thank you, Will Smith. Thank you. That's precious. I think it was precious, and I do think Ben Crump needs a law school named after him. About time. So I saw that. I also saw this. Okay, we're going to need to start our own bust your ass wall of shame over here. Because, baby, when I tell you Halle Berry bust her motherfucking ass this weekend, she bust that ass. Get into this.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation. Oh my God.
Okay, if I see this on the internet, ban is coming for you.
Bust that ass, girl. She did it. She still look good getting back up. We've been talking about this now a couple times now, so we back here, y'all. And again, I told y'all, girl, this is a sign. Leave this nigga alone. So you all know DDG and Holly Berry allegedly got something going on. He came out here, spazzed, and we all were like, nigga, what? Well, over the past couple of days, Ruby Rose, DDG's ex, done popped her ass out the woodworks. So she posted, he coming right over again, right? And so continue to start tainting. I like Holly. DDG a weirdo though, for sure. And so after she do all of this, she goes on to try to spaz on the girl for this. Because she said that she has on the same shirt. And so she went on a whole rampage. She ended up leaking out a text message between her and DDG. Hear the text message, y'all. And apparently he texted her, "You still in LA" on Tuesday. And she was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "What you on?" And she was like, "Getting ready. How about you?" He said, she said, "You hitting me the day y'all argue is so you." And he's like, "LOL, you right. Let me go heal first." What? And so Ruby and him go back and forth on social media all night. Now it's corny. It ain't even worth it, y'all. It's corny. Them going back and forth. And I just was like, what? You call me every time you see me with a new nigga talking shit about them. I'm single because I don't play that shit. You know that. That's why you went to the calm girl who will put up with it, meaning Haley. Child. So Haley, she comes out here. The devil is working. So please don't feed into the lies, especially from a third party. Stay blessed. And so somebody who's close to them going to put a story up and says, "Girl, no, your man was drooling over my sister at Young Miami's party, not even trying to hide it. Everyone saw and even had his bodyguard come up to pass along a message. Give me a break. You were in Ruby's close friends while she was DDG seeing firsthand how he was doing her, and you still wanted to give him a try. Don't be embarrassing. The devil is who you're laying your head next to." And I said, T, what? So she went and privated her account, Haley. And now her fans done started a petition to get her a new boo. And a fake Beyonce done commented. And listen, the fake Beyonce gonna say, "I knew DDG was trouble from the moment Haley brought him to my 41st birthday party. He was carrying a tripod and camera on his back. He followed my husband Jay around begging for a feature. No one could enjoy the party with him being there. I finally had to ask my bodyguard Julius to escort him out. After my party guests noticed that their silverware from all the tables was missing. DDG had stolen all of the silverware. We couldn't even eat the birthday cake they had for me. My guests had to use their hands. Haley, you deserve so much better. I love you." I said, y'all are just doing too much. Not Beyonce while he done stole the silverware. Now, again, like I said, girl, there's some weight to this. You might need to cut your losses early. This is way too messy, way too, as much as you're saying don't believe a third party. What about the nigga you laying with? Can we believe him? Because we see the text messages. We see all of that shit. So she's putting up a front like it ain't nothing. Y'all keep it moving. And I guess we supposed to keep it moving. But girl, we got eyes on this. Like I said, honey, I'm just saying. I'm just I'm just saying. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm just saying. I don't know what y'all think, but she need to let that nigga go. I was just glad I had cute panties on. Wait, I fell at the stakeout after church. All the old white men came to my rescue. I ain't never seen no more old men Karens. Get out of here. Not you done fell. It could just been a shirt she bought. She sounds slow, don't she? At least she look good. Okay. I love Ben Crump's voice. He needs to run for president. How about that? Zaire, pretty chocolate girl. Good morning. Good morning. I miss my mom. Oh, good morning. Thank you for coming through. Good morning. All right. Now, another one in Hot Topic. See, now, this is why I brought this one back up in Quickies and Rumors. Because Friday on Quickies and Rumors, we talked about this person. And they was talking a whole nother fucking narrative. Dogging a daughter out. Dogging her ass out. What the fuck you got on? Blah, 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 blah. And now, a whole 48 hours later, this bitch is talking a different tune. Y'all check this out.
When the Illuminati come for Angela, because they gonna come. They gonna come. There's nothing I can do. I don't ever want to go around my daughter again.
Somebody come get me.
Not
Please.
alone.
Please.
Not without 2 pistols and a pit bull. I feel marked for death with her. Because
2
they do
pistols
these
and
things so they can get up. Oh, my mama died. She never. Only when the Lord ready. And I got things to do out here. Young. I'm saying right now. China. You are done out here. They gonna get you. They gonna get you
What
next.
in the world?
Don't say I didn't say it. I'm gonna prepare for it. I really am. They're gonna tear her down. They're gonna put her on drugs. She don't speak up for herself. She don't do shit. She sit in that house like a hermit. I'm just done with it.
What you done with?
I'm definitely afraid of her. I swear to God, she would sacrifice me for more. What is she doing at the Grammys? For what? You ain't did it. I can't complete nothing with a week. I'm coming out my feelings. And when I come out my feelings this time, I ain't gonna worry about King. I ain't gonna worry about Dream. I'm not gonna worry about Angela. I'm gonna get my soul right.
What? Honey, you don't need to worry about nobody. You don't need to worry about King, China, your husband. You need to walk into the nearest help center and ask them, "Okay, you need to be under a psych evaluation." 1 minute you're calm and normal, dragging your daughter about her outfit at the Grammys. The next minute you over here boo-hooing, crying up a storm about your daughter in the Illuminati, and you need 2 guns and two pit bulls to be around her because you think she'll kill you. Girl, if anybody was to hear this story, black or white, the only person that need to be on some shit and locked up somewhere is gonna be you, Tokyo Tony. That sound like help. That sounds like an underlying message for somebody come pick me up and take me to the nearest county ward voluntarily. Girl, 30 days, especially you ain't got no job, girl, ain't nobody checking for you. 30 days in the clinic might do your ass good. I'm for real. I'm dead ass serious. Just a 30-day detox, because the shit you spewing, I would be afraid of shit. I would be afraid of you too, Black China. I mean Tokyo Tony. Did y'all hear her? The fuck out of here. You don't say no shit like that about your child publicly. You all on the airwaves talking about your daughter gonna kill you. You can't take that kind of shit back. I don't care. People always be saying that. You know, they say the worst shit. Yeah, but you can't take that shit back. I don't care if you're joking. It's out there now. I'm always gonna remember you talking about you think your daughter gonna kill you. I'm gonna forever, even when y'all get together again, because I know y'all are. I'm gonna be looking like, now I wonder if this bitch thinks she about to pull out some of her purse and just slack her ass, shank her ass. I'm gonna always think about this. You gotta be careful. The shit you do. You're a mother. You know how that shit goes. You say some shit, you know, you don't really be meaning the shit. Now you guilty. Your child probably forgot, don't even care, but you living with it. You guilty as hell. You feeling like, oh, fuck. You know, you're going to try to overcompensate. Stop doing that dumb shit. I'm not even a parent, and I'm telling you, stop doing that dumb shit. I've had many conversations with my family and cousins and about what they go through. Stop doing that dumb shit. I love Ben Crump. Okay, at least she look good. Where we at? Good morning. Good morning, Natasha. Good morning. Thank you for coming through. She mad she didn't get to go to the Grammys. That's all it is. That lady is delusional. Her and Jag. Done with what? You ain't worried about them. Done with what the fuck you done with? Done with what? You need to be done with coming live. I've been watching her live lately because she's been coming live more. I'm telling you, she need to be on OnlyFans. She been up there shaking her ass and showing her space between her teeth. Nothing wrong with it, but girl, do you? But I mean, what? Roman looking good, hunty. Oh, you know this. I got this yesterday. Shout out. Thank you. And it smells so good. It just smells like, it smells good. I'm like, we fall down, but we get up, girl. She just still down, ain't she? Ain't she still down? Now, y'all, another quickies and rumors. What the fuck is up with these boots? They're back. So Wayne rocked these boots this past weekend, right? And he trying to push these boots. I said maybe they getting paid to push these fucking boots because I'm not understanding how they like. What's the sell with these to me? Oh, ugly ass boots. Pretty fucking ugly to me, if you ask me. So Wayne was rocking the boots. Coyle Ray was rocking the boots this past weekend. So they saying the sales are going up. So I'm gonna be very curious as I'm going out to see who rocking these ugly ass boots. But they still out here. Another thing in quickies and hot topics is y'all. Patti LaBelle says she's ready to start dating and she has someone in mind. Now you know Patti. I'm sitting here looking like Patti. What the fuck we talking about? You want a date? So she was on the Jennifer Hudson show and they were talking Kiki King having girl talk. And Jennifer Hudson get to digging in her business and she asked her, are you dating or or have you been using dating apps? What are you doing? And she's like, well, sort of, kind of. How old am I? 78. I was married for 32 years to a wonderful man and we're still friends, good friends. And so I think in life, I need to find happiness for myself other than what I had back in the day with him, which was wonderful, but I'm too good to be solo. So she goes on to tell her, I'm dating, but I got somebody in mind. Ain't nobody business. And she kept it like that. And I said, what? Patti getting them cakes knocked. I said, you know what? I ain't mad at you. You still look good. She still look good. She was sitting up there on Jennifer Hudson's show, still looking good, but she's still getting them cakes. I'm here for it. So shout out to Patti LaBelle. And what else in quickies and rumors? Is that it? I think that's it in quickies and rumors. All right, y'all. Shout out to y'all for still sticking around for me. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. What cologne is it? It's Spice Bomb. It's Victor Rolf Spice Bomb Night Vision. Smell real good. Smell real good. No, we about to get right into it. Look at you roaming out the space between her. Y'all know that space, that happy place that she go to when she got nothing else to go to. All right, so let's get into hot motherfucking topics. But before I do that, y'all know I already gotta say, can y'all go on? Hey, I remember when I found that beat. I was like, oh, this is funky. This is funky. Now, for those who are just coming and joining the show, listen, you know what this month is. This is Black History Month where we pay it forward over here. We get involved when we support our Black nonprofits. This week, we're focusing on education. So we gifted our dollars to Cultural Roots Homeschool, who's doing the work by providing a framework to help other folks, other Black families who want to homeschool their children by allowing them access to curriculum and all kind of great things. So we did our part today. We donated $25 to support them. So shout out to Cultural Roots Homeschool. And I put the links in the chat and I'm going to put it on the community wall today. Yes, I'm sorry. Also, our question of the day is, what is a Valentine's free gift that you would give someone? Would it be intimacy, acts of kindness, cleaning up for them, cooking them a meal, doing something? Would it be spending time, just time? Or if there's any others, I want you to drop that in the chat later in the show. I'm curious to know. I know what mine is, but I want to know what you all think. All right, so now let's get into hot topics. So yes, y'all. Yeah. The Super Bowl hit this past yesterday, actually. And I actually was watching the whole entire thing. I was watching the game and the Super Bowl. So the Super Bowl hit. And a lot of us were mad. We were mad that the Eagles lost. I know I was mad that the Eagles lost. They lost to the Chiefs. It was a 38-35. And everyone is saying the reason they lost was because the holding that James Bradbury had did in the third down, which he did hold. He even came out afterwards and was like, yeah, I didn't think they was going to catch it. Cost them the game. It was a very close game, 38-35. Now, y'all want to know what was my crush of the game? Because I just could not. I just was like, damn, baby. What? Philadelphia Eagles? Shit. Jalen motherfucking Hurts. I just could not. I was just like, oh, he played it. That's what's going on. I said, look at this old something like a something. Yum, yum, yummin'. And then I saw this. I said, wait a minute. I know what that is. I said, I know he is not a Q. I know this is not a man of Omega Psi Phi. They so fucking freaky. And sure enough, y'all. Ciao. Woo! Ciao. Y'all better go ahead. And don't play with me. Don't play with me. Win or lose, nigga. Whoa. So they didn't win. Still, I felt I was still paying attention to the game. Super Bowl, Rihanna. So I put a poll up. What did y'all think about Rihanna's performance? Was it overwhelming or underwhelming? And most of you all said it was underwhelming. And I felt like it was underwhelming, but for the first time I got to watch her finish her steps. I got to watch her actually use the microphone, and then she put on, I thought it was a very good show. Now, we couldn't see all the components of the show because we were watching, some of us. If you went, you was a big dog, you got to see it. But when it was black in the arena, her 3D show lit up, meaning people could see it in all different angles, and the lights on those different boards that they were riding were reflectors. So it was an amazing show live, but we really couldn't see all the aspects of it. Now, Rihanna popped out and she told the girls, yeah, I'm pregnant. She pregnant. Now, we didn't really know, but you could kind of tell. Looking at this outfit and looking how it's zipped up and all around the belly, it was given. By the time she got fresh off the runway, Roman was sitting back like, girl, I know you coming up out of that. I know Miss Savage X Fenty ain't about to be doing a whole fucking show looking like she going a hazmat, like she about to go do some work for the goddamn forensic. What? And so as I continued to watch her, I said, wait a minute. Because there were some moves where she tried to go to the ground, but she did, but she didn't go all the way down. It was like, I said, you giving protect in the middle. So I instantly went to the community where I said, y'all, I promise you they're going to be talking about Brianna pregnant after the show. Watch this. And I put that picture up because I was looking at the store and I screenshot it and I said, look. Sure enough, the girl, she's pregnant. Rep confirmed she's pregnant. Now, most of the folks behind the scenes knew this. We didn't know. And so she was dropping little hints along the way. People kept saying, are you going to have a special guest at the show? Is there going to be a guest? And she was like, yeah, I might bring somebody. I might have a special guest on stage with me. Well, the special guest was what was in her stomach. Now, this is my thing to ASAP. Look now. Look, ASAP. Look now. Let Rihanna finish this album. I know. I can only imagine. Baby, I can only imagine. But I need you to just lay up off her. Get up off her. Maybe with her being pregnant, she gonna finish this album. But you fucking up the plan. You fucking up the money. You know, we all was sitting there mad like, this nigga, get up off of it. You have it put a condom on. What the fuck? Damn. Now everybody saying we about to postpone the album. God, how long are we gonna postpone this album, Rihanna? I don't want to hear no postponing of this album. This is more than a better time for you now to sit back. And I was trying to figure out how many months she is or what the timing of it. Because I was going to put the math together. Like, so she, by the time, because they said she's going to announce tour dates in the fall. So by the time, because you ain't going on tour pregnant. I know that's out the window. So maybe you giving us a fall album and you giving us the same rollout as Beyonce. Fall album, no visual. Well, I don't know what Beyonce doing, but visuals maybe, and then a tour in the summer of next year. I think it's a great plan. That's longevity. It makes the album last, greater impact. If that's your plan, good. But no more. Cut this fucking shit out now. God damn. Like, girl, y'all over there doing the okie doke while we trying to get an album out of you. And no wonder she's sitting over there on the desk of show on Apple Music, all just cute and quiet. Just girl, because you got a bun in the oven. So our baby got a bun in the oven. Shout out to Rihanna. Congratulations, girl. To you and ASAP. Congratulations. What y'all saying? Look, about 4 or 5 months. ASAP shooting. He's shooting the club up and he tore all the walls down. I'm not mad at it. Get them babies out the way now. Okay, where is Roman Community Wall? Natasha. He is fine, but I am married, so I'll wave gracefully. Oh, girl, they need to tie her and Jag up together. Tokyo Tony, I'm telling you, she worked it. He is a fine, but I am married. Okay, I hear you. She was prego. Them cues. What is that biting you on the yes, all over me. Fine ass. Okay. She's afraid she's gonna be the sacrifice because her daughter don't mess with her. Oh no, ask me that. Oh my God. Good morning, Lamone. Thank you for being here too. Oh shit. So y'all know old Dust Buck Donald Trump brought his ass out here. So Donald Trump comes out here and says that Rihanna gave without question the single worst halftime show in Super Bowl history. This after insulting far more than half of our nation, which is already in serious decline, with her foul and insulting language. Also, so much for her stylist. If you don't shut your ass up, nobody gives a fuck about what you think about Rihanna. Let's talk about your wife hair. Let's talk about your hair, nigga. Let's talk about the color of your skin after you take a shower. Let's talk about that. The fuck you talking about Rihanna? No one cares. Bitch, she's a billionaire. We're still questioning whether you are one. The fuck? Get some business. That's what you do. Okay? Don't let us come up in your house and find more documents, nigga, while you talking, bitch. You and your wife. I don't like her ass either. She was a horrible first wife. So you can't compare nothing. Her stylist against your stylist. Her stylist, bitch. Pissed me off. I'm like, why is Donald Trump running his gums, bumping his lips? And so Super Bowl went off. A good hit. Shirley Ralph did an amazing job. I was very nervous because I was like, I didn't know what she was gonna give. And I said, oh no, she could sing. She could sing. I said, okay, I'm down. Now let's be honest. What did I think about Rihanna's performance? Rihanna performance prior to knowing she was pregnant, I thought it was like, girl, did you just find this out yesterday? It was not, in terms of her performance, it was not giving what I thought Rihanna was going to do. But what it did give was, I think she put on a great production. I love the visuals. I loved all of that. I love how she used her dancers. Now knowing that she was pregnant, I think she did a great job using her dancers to sort of fill in some of the gaps of her performance. You could see where, where she was walking back and then they would be the focal point. I was like, I like how she did that, because without that, it really would have been a boring show, And so I think we was expecting a lot more from her coming back, but it's like, now we know she can only give us so much. Rihanna, I think you would have did better telling us this well in advance beforehand. So when knowing that you was doing the Super Bowl and you're pregnant, I think people would have been even more like, oh shit. But I think hiding it from us, it put that more pressure. Like, damn, we was expecting something and we didn't really get. To me, it wasn't like it was not Beyonce's. Definitely. And I saw somebody talking about some J-Lo and Shakira's is the best one. I said, the fuck you was watching? What kind of TV screen you had? You using your iPhone, your iPad, because that was not the best show to me. All that cooing going on stage. Good morning, Torres. Thank you for coming through. Yes, she did to be prego. Show did Dreamgirls to play. Chris Stapleton stole it. Yes, I was very shocked by that as well too. Folks forget Shirley Ralph was original Dreamgirl. That's true. All that damn orange washing off. Why you show me Donald Trump said orange monster bitch? He sure is. I know orangutan ain't talking. It might be her. Won't let ASAP up for air. He fine. Oh, don't get started. Y'all see y'all like ASAP too? Yeah, ASAP cute. He got the nerve to talk about a stylist. He need a new market for his head. One more time for the one time. Shout out to Jalen Hurts. Shout out to you, boo. You did your thing. And shout out to Rihanna for the Super Bowl and an amazing performance. Yeah. a part of me thinks she didn't want to let the Super Bowl folks know she was pregnant because they probably would have said, "Nah, not this year, Reed." After probably tabled her till next year, so she wanted to do this. So, all right. Now, next in hot topics, Idris Elba seemingly got himself into some shit. Now, here's my thing about this. I don't think it was anything wrong that Idris Elba said. I don't. I don't think there's anything wrong with what Idris Elba said. So I want to know if you all feel how I feel. So Idris Elba addresses racism in Hollywood, no longer labels himself as a black actor. So he went on to say, when he sat down with The Cut, he then described how such labels, on the wrong screen, sorry. When he sat down with The Cut, he he stopped describing himself as a black actor when he realized it put him in a box. The 50-year-old entertainer told Esquire, "If we spent half the time not talking about the differences, but the similarities between us, the entire planet would have a shift in the way we deal with each other." Now, I don't think there's anything wrong with this, y'all. He literally said, "I stopped describing myself as a black actor and said I'm an actor. If we spent half the time not talking about the differences, but the similarities between us, the entire planet will have a shift in the way we deal with each other." I absolutely agree. It's not the world or reality we live in, but I agree with what he's saying. And so he further to say, he then described how such labels can cripple one's ambitions. As humans, we are obsessed with race, and that obsession can really hinder people's aspirations, hinder people's growth. He continued, "Racism should be a topic for discussion. Sure, racism is very real, but from my perspective, it's only as powerful as you allow it to be. We've got to grow. We've got to. Our skin is no more than that. It is just skin." So, baby, they ate his ass up. "What you mean you don't say you a black actor?" And I'm like, y'all ain't reading. Y'all ain't reading. People don't come out here and say I'm a white actor. People don't come out and say I'm an Asian actor. People say they're an actor. I'm an actress. And he's simply saying that when he's amongst his fellow colleagues and he's auditioning for jobs, I'm an actor. And I don't think that's wrong. He deserves that prestige. Well, baby, he had to backtrack. Elba clarifies, black actor quote says race doesn't define him. And so he goes on to say, "There isn't a soul on this earth that can question whether I consider myself a black man or not. Being an actor is a profession like being an architect. They are not defined by race. However, if you define your work by your race, that is your prerogative." And I agree. When I go into my job, I know that I'm a black man, but I know that my job is this. It don't say on my badge, director, it don't say any of that, black director. It don't say none of that stuff. It just says, so I agree with that. But he got his ass in hot doo-doo. Do y'all think he was wrong? Do y'all think he should have not said that he wasn't a black actor? Like, do y'all feel like that was a problem? Because I don't see that as being a problem as all. So fine. People just want to be mad at something. Good morning, Charles. Good morning. The visuals and stage design was fantastic. I forgot how vast her song catalog is, and the performance reminded us. It did. I definitely, was up dancing. Diamonds. I remember that whole period in time when she came out with that song. It was very testy for her. And then I didn't know she was recording this music while she was on tour. So now as I'm hearing it pop fast out, I'm like, this is why it sounds so similar. So yeah, I agree. It was definitely a banger fine ass Idris. It was a good game, but the turf they was playing on was raggedy. Janet Jackson dances better than they throw tomatoes. Oh, here you go. So how y'all feel about Idris? And thank you. If you want to be a member, please click the link. Please join the membership. I don't have a problem with Idris. I felt like he did what he had to do. So there might be some breakups amongst us in the City Girls. So JT from City Girls recently came out. She was sitting down with Angie Martinez on her podcast, and she has some words. And so my thing is this. You always know that groups don't last long, particularly female groups. They do not last long. I don't care if you talk about R&B, hip hop, rap, country. They don't last long for a number of reasons. It could be the record label, it could be a contract dispute, or it could be just by nature of us being women doing our own separate things. And what I'm learning now, her wanting to be with her man and me wanting to be with my man. And we don't have time to come together to be the City Girls. And so it was alarming to me to think that, damn, y'all not even in the game. I still feel like y'all still fresh. And y'all already talking about y'all don't have time to come together. And so low key, I think JT is talking about the stunts that Young Miami has been pulling with P. Diddy lately. I really do. She ain't say it out her mouth, but you can hear it. You can hear her like allude to it. So JT prays for the city girl's future, y'all. She praying for the city girl's future. I said, oh, okay. Y'all check out what she had to say. And shout out to the crew. Thank y'all. Y'all already know. Thank y'all for being here. Make sure y'all hit that like and that good stuff. All that good stuff.
What about city girls? What does the future of city girls look like?
Hopefully, the future of the city girls can be the city girls.
Mm-hmm.
And I pray that our egos does not like separate it,
Mm-hmm.
or the internet, or guys,
Mm-hmm.
or like nothing. You get what I'm trying to say? Like
Mm-hmm.
nothing.
Do you worry? Do you worry about that a little bit?
Sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I be on my shit. Sometimes she be on her shit. You know, like
you're human.
We're human. We're women. We're not girls.
Mm-hmm.
We're women. Like sometimes I want to be with my man.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like sometimes she want to be with her man, and I hope that that's not what be the reason.
Mm-hmm. Or interfere.
Right.
A group is hard, man, because it's like a relationship.
I see it.
It's like being in a relationship, a marriage.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the history of hip hop, the amount of groups that have managed to stay together the whole way through, this percentage is low.
So I don't know one.
I don't know. Or the Locks.
And they still together?
They're still together since back then.
But what I'm saying is...
But they have done solo projects.
Right.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
That's what I'm getting at.
Okay, they haven't beefed and broken up.
Okay,
a lot of groups.
We talk about beefing. I definitely don't. I do not see beefing and breaking up with the city girls at all. Like
ever.
Like that's just stupid. Like it's just like for real. No.
Yeah.
Beefing, breaking up, hell no.
No.
Like beefing,
but doing separate things.
Yeah. But doing so much separate things to the point it'd be like, okay, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. We can't do this, and that's just like it. But Jada,
so that's what you hope you don't.
I hope we don't get too busy to the point. It's like even being here, like it's like, oh my god, I'm really here.
You feel weird that she's not here. Should we have had her here? She talks all the time. She got her own podcast.
Yeah, she talks all the time. She don't need to be here.
Also, yes, she has a platform where people get to know her more and more all the time, and I don't.
So I find it, she definitely said, we're not gonna break up. We're gonna always be the city girls, and people always say they're gonna always be Destiny's Child, but we still waiting on the album. So I feel like they'll reached a point, a very interesting point in this group dynamic. They both got separate things going on, one person, and then you also think about the whole industry. Apparently, Young Miami is more aligned with Cardi, and you got JT more aligned with Nicki. And you don't know how much weight that might hold on them, coming back out here. So I just wanted to highlight this because I do see in the future, I do see, either them going separate ways or two solo projects coming out. And, once a solo project comes out and the Beyonce of the group is defined by sales, whoever is more popular, that's when the group really falls apart because that other person is going to want to go hard to come up. This is my thought. This is how I feel. I'm like, I see it. I see cracks. Give me an album. I'm still playing the first one with the panties and bra. That shit goes off. Are you married? King Roman avoided my question. Nah, I ain't married. I'm not married. She looked at least 5-6 months. Enjoying the commentary. Please, I hope y'all do hit that like too. He said what he said. Period. Point blank. That's it. Period. No, he wasn't wrong. But like you said, it's not the reality we live in, period. Right. Absolutely. I agree. Now, y'all, I smell a lawsuit with this Nia Long thing, okay? And this is the only reason I'm highlighting it, because I smell a lawsuit on the horizon. Now, Nia Long has been out here talking. And I've been trying to figure out, why is Nia Long still talking about this situation? And every time she talks about it, it seems like she's saying the same fucking thing over and over again. So I said to myself, Nia, are you preparing yourself to get ready to launch a suit on on somebody. So Nia came out. Nia Long came out in her interview, and this was the interview with the end of the cut. Nia Long criticized the Celtics over Ime Udoka's scandal. Says team made a choice to make my family business public. And so she goes on to say, in a cover story for the cut, Long offered an update on how she's doing and said that her focus right now is on her son. I'm sure I have some things that I'm suppressing, but I have to do that to take care of him first. And so she goes on to say, the Celtics made a choice to make my family business public, and I don't understand why. It could have all been handled internally. I do understand why, but I can't talk about it. Maybe one day I will, fear drives stupidity, and I'll leave that right there. I've learned that I'm stronger than I ever thought I was. And so y'all knew what I read. I read, I don't understand why, but I can't talk about it. And I said, you can't talk about it. I said, are you setting up a defamation? Are you setting up a libel? Are you setting up, are you setting up a suit? What's going on? What you can't talk about, Nia? Because she's been out here like 3 or 4 times now, and she's been specifically talking about how the Celtics has handled this wrong, how they leaked her private information, as well as they put her family business information out here, and she didn't like that. And so I just keep hearing it, and I'm like, Nia, what we doing? What's going on, Nia? Do y'all think Nia would go that step to like bring forth some legal charges, a civil case against the Celtics on regarding leaking of their own personal information? Do y'all think that'll happen? It was like 2,000 dancers. Yeah, it was mad dancers, yo. I saw that shit. I saw her. She was on, and then I saw on the risers. I said, now I wonder how she picked each dancer that's gonna be on the riser. Then it was like 300 people moving the stage to get it down and get it back up. I was like, had to be so many people back down there getting them in and out like animals. Do y'all think Nia will press? Do y'all think she's gonna? Do y'all think she's lining up a lawsuit? Like, do y'all think that, or do you think she's just really pissed off at the Celtics? Because when I read this, I said, okay, it could have all been handled internally. I do understand why, but I can't talk about it. Maybe one day I will. When you're in court, fear drives stupidity. And I'll leave that right there. I've learned that I'm stronger than I ever thought I was. All right, Nia, I'm going to tell you this. I'm watching. I am definitely watching. And if the minute I see Nia Long files defamation suit against or libel suit against, I'm going to say, I fucking knew it. I knew you were doing that. You were laying the groundwork, getting public opinion, getting people already riled up, seeing what your backlash was going to be so your defense can be strong. And now we're here. And what I'm going to say, get that shit, bro. Get that money. I definitely am. Who is? Me? I will. Surely will. I don't care what he said. He is arrogant. I met him in person. Who? I think so. She does have a case. She does have a case. Zahir, who you met in person? You met Idris? Baby, I want to know. It did look that way. Whoever was the choreographer did an exceptional job in terms of the precision and creativity. Yeah. And Rihanna said that she watched Beyonce's performance at the Super Bowl numerous times in preparation for the show to get inspiration. And so I could tell by the formation of your dancers on a field. I said, oh, that's classic. Busy up the field with dancers. That's classic Beyonce. Everywhere she go, she gonna have a million dancers. It's just a whole visual thing. It's a whole visual thing. And he's not in that. I'm trying to wait. Let me see who she met. Idris. Okay. Girl, you met Idris. And let's talk about Janet. So this was interesting to me, y'all. So Janet Jackson was set to be honored at the Grammys, and it didn't happen. And so it ended up going to what? Snoop Dogg? Lil Wayne. So Janet Jackson was in talks to appear and take home an award at last week's Grammys, but the CBS reactions at her Super Bowl, her performance at the Super Bowl, they were like, they kind of was like, we all right. And so when they were agreed to it initially, she told them like, yo, I ain't got time. I don't have a schedule to do it, which to me was like her saying, look, I don't want to do this shit. I'm not interested. Y'all shunned me. Y'all blacklisted me. CBS, I'm good. And so her schedule wasn't conducive. So then they said, well, we'll come back to you. That's fine. You don't want to do it like that. We'll let you do a live, virtual telecast. You can do like a live broadcast into the show. And she was like, sure, if y'all give me a fucking apology. And that's why we ain't see no Janet Jackson. Janet Jackson was like, but when Janet Jackson saw some form of an apology for an acknowledgement of CBS blacklisting her after the infamous Nipplegate incident, the talks collapsed. Lil Wayne ended up receiving the award instead. I said, y'all just not gonna give Janet Jackson her flowers. Here we are years later. They still don't want to apologize for what they know they did. They willingly know they blacklisted this woman. They know they put the blame on Janet Jackson. And all she asked for, and it didn't have to be public, was for a acknowledgement of what happened to her afterwards. How many times have we saw this happen? We done talked about it in her documentary on Hulu. We done saw it in the articles, her interviews. Even Justin came out and talked about it. Folks around her have come out and talked about it. What is the big deal? Is it a slippery slope? Because if y'all agree to Janet and acknowledge that y'all did something, there's going to be other celebrities that come up and say y'all did the same thing to them too. Is that what it is? I see the slippery slope. I see it. Don't think I didn't see it. I definitely see the slippery slope. So I think she was right. You do owe Janet Jackson a fucking apology. You want her to come on your award show, and y'all gonna do that hip hop performance show. And I see it trying to blackwash the showdown so people can watch it. No. Y'all were right. Choose Lil Wayne. Until y'all make it right by her, every time y'all ask her, the shit gonna fail. Y'all gotta do right by Janet. Y'all have to do right by Janet. Come on now. She's a whole legend in the industry. It's interesting that the artists don't get paid directly for the Super Bowl performances, but to have that platform to promote and market their work has to greatly benefit them financially. Yeah. And they also pay I think they provide them a budget for like their dancers and like the stage and all that good stuff. Because I know Beyonce said she didn't say it, but that she didn't have to pay for her people behind the stage or anything like that. Her performers, hair, makeup, stylist, wardrobe. Janet is an icon, a whole icon. Why are they so badly? Like B's Coachella performance was lit. You saw them choreographers, baby. To this day, I still watch that, baby. They hating. I'm still with Janet. Okay. Oh, the choreographers and set design stole the show. That's all it be about. When you see all that choreography put together like that, you just be like, damn. So, baby, our Janet is still here. She still ain't getting no love from CBS. Fuck CBS at this point. Y'all want to do her like that. Fuck y'all. Now, we don't care. We don't care. Womp, womp, womp. That's y'all fault. That's y'all fault. Crew. Shout out to y'all. We have talked about everything. We talked about Nia Long and her, I don't know, it sounds like she got a case lining up. We talked about Idris Elba and him backstepping, backtracking sort of on his comments. We talked about Ree and the Super Bowl, baby. We talked about JT, and I don't know if the City Girls might be splitting up. And we talked about Janet Jackson and how CBS is trying to shade. Y'all trying to shade her. Now, earlier in the show, if you just came in the room, we did cover some local news. This morning, we talked about homeschooling and how, if you did not know that, but it's on the rise in the Black family, in the Black community, specifically because we have all of these services now that help us do this. Check out the beginning of the show because I shared a lot of that. We also talked about this Mississippi whites only court system that's going on and how if this goes into law later this year, we got a problem on our hands, America. We got a big problem. So I want y'all to stay tuned to this. Even Google it for yourself to just see what's going on. Stay up to date. Even let me know. We talked about Hillcrest High School, where the school told the students basically during Black History Month, y'all can celebrate it, but don't do no programming or have any clues or context around the civil rights movement. Huh? Huh? So check that out at the beginning of the show. We definitely got into that. And we also got into baby. We got into these we got into Miss Karen. We got into Miss Karen.
No, it doesn't make me feel. Go to Uptown, motherfucker. I'm calling.
Who falsely called the police. And we got into a kid.
I didn't drink your drink. Don't call me a
what
thug.
you
Come over
is?
here.
So what you is?
Huh?
If we thugs, so what you is?
I'm not a thug. I don't go to people's
so
tables and
that's
harass
that's
them.
not.
Man,
He's not a thug. Well, you got exposed today. You something to somebody, and hopefully somebody will tell on you. We also covered in quickies and stuff like that. Quickies and rumors. Lisa Ray, rest in peace to your mom, baby. Rest in peace to your mom. We talked about Will Smith and his hefty contribution to help make Ben Crump's naming rights on the law school, which is going to help us tremendously. We talked about Ruby Rose and DDG and how she need to go ahead and cut your ties, girl. Cut them now. Stop playing games. We talked about Holly Berry busting that ass. Maybe Holly Berry bust that ass, but she's still cute while doing it. She could bust. Let me shut up. My mouth. Hello.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Oh my God.
Child, bust that ass. So we got into that. We also talked about Tokyo Tony, and just listen, you gotta check that out because I'm sick of Tokyo Tony. I am. I brought these boots back up because they just seem to be popping up everywhere, and I want y'all to see how this trend is just taking off. And I'm sitting here looking back like, now where do you wear these boots at? They look like they're flotation devices, like you could walk on water. I swear they do. Like if you go head down in the water, your feet gonna still float to the front to the top. We talked about Patty's got a man at home. Okay, and who's mad? I'm not mad. And we talked about my my new little thing. I didn't really want to share it with the public. I didn't want y'all to know because I was trying to keep it on the low, but Jalen Hurts. Child. Stop playing games. Shout out to the Eagles and shout out to the Chiefs for playing a great game. And shout out to the Chiefs for winning the Super Bowl. Shout out to them. And Idris, we talked about Idris and all these good things. We talked about JT Young, Miami, Nia Long. And we also had a question of the day. Now, my question of the day to you, and before I do that, make sure y'all, if y'all not watching Basketball Wives tonight at 8 p.m., know that I'm reviewing the show. And so it comes on tonight, first premiere of the episode of this season. I'm going to check it out. If it's interesting, I'll come live and talk about it. If not, I'll probably do a video upload. But whatever the case may be, check it out, Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Also, if you are a Netflix watcher, please, I promise you, you will not be mad. This is a good show. It is a good show. Unlike the first couple seasons, this really has murders within murders within murders, and it's really good. It's really good. I was like, oh wow. I was like, okay, this is good. And my boo bag, I think she's pretty. And so check that out. Very good show. Now let's get to our question of the day. My question to you all is, if you had to give your significant other a gift for Valentine's Day and it had to be free, you couldn't pay nothing. There was no exchange of goods for it. Something that you could do, what would it be? Now, I listed what I could come to my mind: intimacy, whatever the case may be, acts of kindness, time, or other things. Crew, tell me what y'all would do. What would y'all do? Given that it's Valentine's Day, what would your mind put you coming up? What would your mind put you in the spirit to do? I'm curious. I'm always curious to know what y'all be thinking about. What y'all would be on. Yes. Hey, Miss Toby, I have a question. What grounds does Nia have a case to sue? Her man cheated on her with a fellow coworker. Of course, the story was going to make news. He was the coach of an NBA team. I think that it's because they leaked the other girl's name. And I think that's the most embarrassing part to Nia Long, that it was a white woman. I'm just gonna flat out put it out there like that. And I think she would go down that path. By leaking her name, you've caused me emotional distress and harm to me and my businesses and my brand, and I'm a black woman. I think she tried to go down that page. I don't know. You're right though, because how they would have had to come out here and say it, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't like no so-called celebrities. They all pushing an evil agenda. Yes, that's right, Roman. The NFL pays for everything related to the performance. Baby, that's talk about free, a whole free show. They don't know they signed a contract with the devil. It's like here. Hello to those on the replay catching us. Please remember to hit that like, and y'all remember to hit that like for me too. I will be red balling. Thank you, Natasha. Thank you. You dope. Thank you. I appreciate it. When they signed that contract. Simply apple juice. Oh my God, so good. Finish, Roman. Y'all can see how they recycle these people. What were you gonna about to say about Haley? I'll let it go. Those boots are ugly as fuck. Get it, Miss Patty. Get it, Miss Patty. That's my show. Okay. You like basketball? Okay, good. You're gonna be here with me tonight then. All right, all right. We're gonna talk about I haven't watched it in years. Me either, Miss Toby. That's the thing. I have not watched this show in years, in a long time. I'm talking about these new bitches on the show. I have not watched them at all. So now this is a chance for me to like deep dive in. So come through so we can all deep dive in. Roman, I would do all of them for free on Valentine's Day. Some good ding done. Okay. Intimacy. You kidding? All three. Okay, I will have to give all three, but I'm biased. Valentine's Day is my anniversary, so hubby deserves it. Oh, that's so sweet. My mom's anniversary is Valentine's Day. I actually was along the line, when I was talking to my friends, I was a thought at first. Then when I got to thinking about it, I would definitely cater around the person, and I would want to do like something that nobody else has done, or will do, knowing that I'll be the only person who will ever do this for you. So I'm always trying to recreate magical moments and experiences. And, for Valentine's Day, my best Valentine's Day was when I recreated the first restaurant that me and my boo went to in my living room. From the table down to the tablecloth, down to making the fake menu, down to the plates looking the same. I had set my place up. I put dividers up and shit. And I cooked similar on the menu, and I only put on the menu the things that was going to be prepared and on the menu, and I brought it out, and I felt like that was like I know ain't nobody else gonna go to this detail for you, and it's something that only I could do, and you're gonna remember it. And yeah, he remembers it. He remembers it. And so for me, I always think about those things like that's free. Of course, you got to pay for the ingredients, the products you need, but that whole we not traveling, we not doing nothing. It's about that moment and that memory. And it was I to this day, I have not topped that. And I've been through 2 or 3 different guys, Valentine's since him, but I have not topped that. It was great. I told him to dress up. We going out. He came over. I said, he came into the room. The lights were low, and it looked just like I did my thing, y'all. I did my thing. Roman got the table and the chairs. When I tell you I did my thing, I did my thing. I really liked him. He let me cry on his shoulder and shit. I really liked him. He let me cry and say things that I ain't never tell people. And I was just like, I felt like, first dude I started taking pictures and putting on social media with. I would do shit like that. I posted him up. I was like, oh my God, I can't take this back. I can't ever take this back. Now people gonna know what am I doing? Just the whole thought. And so I remember that. That was the best. So I'm all about like that act of kindness, like wanting to do something that like ain't nobody ever did for you, shit like that. So that'd be me. All three, some good. Okay, and of course some good. Yes, I enjoyed it. Who I'm jealous, baby. And y'all know I got my very first Valentine's Day's Valentine's Day gifts this year from, we just gonna say, one of my great close supporters, subscribers. And so yeah, I'm happy about that too. So that made my Valentine's Day this year too. And Eli, shit, he got a Valentine's Day gift too, my baby. And it definitely certainly made his day. If y'all didn't see, look at my baby and his gift that he got. And we unboxed yesterday.
So you thought you was gonna be slick? You thought you was gonna be what? Oh! Can I get it back? Wait. What you got? I want to take the tag off you. I just want to take the tag off. Let me take the tag off. Oh my goodness, the tag. He ain't real. All right, so I guess you playing with the tag on. Can I just get the tag? Let me get the tag off. Damn. Gosh. What you got? What is mine? It's mine.
Oh my goodness. And so after I'm done, I'm going to go and take it from him because I know he's sleeping near his toys. I'm going to take it from him. He about to go, what? You ain't even going to say hi to me? You just going to take my toy? So thank you for that. I appreciate that too. And shout out to the crew. We had a great show today. It was a really good show. We got through a lot of things. Our key thing for local news today was homeschooling education and really being a catalyst for your own child's future. I really think that's important. We talked about Charles Barkley and that positive message he gave us. Check that out at the beginning. And I'm gonna see y'all again this Wednesday, where we're gonna be back on local news, back to the gritty stories. We're gonna get into the 16-year-old story. Now I'm gonna do a deep dive on this story. After yesterday's live, I went and glimpsed at the video again, because there are no articles out here for this story, which is sad. There has been no press on it. So we're gonna do our due diligence. I just gotta make sure that it's a sexual assault. I can't really use the word, So we're gonna get into that on Wednesday. Come through, crew, like y'all always do. I appreciate y'all. And I will hope y'all have a great Monday. I hope y'all have a great start to y'all week. I'm glad y'all let me start y'all week off. I am too. What you talking about? Tell us not fair. What you talking? Time? Yes, listen, I am actually experiencing Valentine's and Christmas every day for the past 6 years. Aw, that's always a blessing. Oh no, I'm not married. I ain't married at all. For the past 6 years, I've walked to my car and the car door open work. Girl, I know you just be cheesing. What? So cute. I've had to red ball. What time does Roman start in the morning? I'll be like 7. I'm up early. Y'all have a good, you too. Y'all have a good day. And because I know my live is not gonna be monetized, y'all, we finna go out on a whole song. Yeah, y'all have a good day. Thank y'all for being here. I really do appreciate it. And make sure y'all hit that replay as well. Replay crew. And thank y'all for coming through yesterday. We had a good live and a good conversation. Shout out to y'all, Bobby, Miss Toby, T. Trisha 1, Faith Yaya. Thank y'all for coming through yesterday.
Bluetooth disconnected. Bluetooth connected.
All right, y'all. You say thanks and tell them. You got it, Bobby, right?
I don't like nobody, I don't feel guilty about it. I just got my body done and got no guilt about it. I just heard your opinion, I could've did without it. All these bitches that make you despicable, like, feeling like my lobby, proud about my salary, hurt they counting me, love it when they counting me, I got no reason to depend on about it. Say that shit to my face, you know I'm gon' slide about it. Put that bitch in her place, she ain't make no peep about it. Oh, feel like a billion. Oh, feel like I might jail on ya. Oh, I'm just living my goals. Passionate diamonds can't fold. Oh, I got no reason to depend on you. No reason to make friends, I'm cold. Oh, I got no reason to depend on you. No reason to be friends, I'm cool. I got everything that I need and I want more. I can't take my foot off their neck, it's an encore. I got everything and I'm living off all of it. I've been burning bridges, I do it over again. Cause I'm betting on me. I'm betting on me.
I'm betting on me. And y'all know I will be live in the morning to wish y'all happy Valentine's Day, especially if you're single. If you're single and you ain't got no Valentine, I'm your Valentine. I'll see you in the morning, boo, and wish you a Valentine's Day. I definitely am coming live just for a few minutes just to wish y'all a happy Valentine's Day. So until next time, crew, until next time, deuces.